Hello there, welcome back. So since the last time we met, I actually haven't done anything else, apart from continue 3 more days since the Newcastle match, but, as you know, I like to bring you a transfer special, so here's the special. When I say transfer special, what I mean is the transfer window, although I keep calling it special. I'm trying to give it a bit more zhuzh. So here we go, let's zhuzh it up together. As you can see there, we have 47.84 million to spend, which is all well and good, but our balance is 28 million, so I'm quite conscious of that, so I don't think I'm going to burst the bank too much. Although we're in for a good season, we're in for a financially good season, despite the projected balance, which I don't think is entirely true. You know, I think we'll be okay. That said, as I mentioned, I'm not going to break the bank to bring in big players. What does surprise me is the amount of players that are interested. If you put it on realistic transfers for Swindon, like Neymar's interested. I don't know what's happened here, but a 30-year-old Neymar's like, oh yeah, I'll have a game. Even Branco is interested, who plays for Manchester City, who I raved about recently. He's like the new Cristiano Ronaldo, but could potentially be better. It's scary. He's like, do you know what he is actually? He's like the Messi version of Ronaldo. It's very strange. Portuguese is all I'm basing that on, really, and he's left-winged. Left-winged? That's not a phrase. So yeah, I don't know what we'll do. We'll look to bring some players in. I've no doubt we need a bit of strengthening. I mentioned before that we need a right back, and Contreras is now injured for a few days, so obviously he will miss the game against Rochdale. But we need to bring in a right back, maybe a left back too. As you can see, we're not really well versed in that area, so maybe a right back and a left back as cover, and then maybe another central midfielder. I know I've got a few, but I've not got that many creative ones. Maybe another striker, maybe like a top-class striker. I guess we'll see. Anyway, if I know, you'll know. We'll know together, and we'll continue on. So, when something happens, I'll let you know. Just before we move on too quickly, I've got the option to change this season's expectation. Now, I'm not sure I had it on Title Challenge to begin with. I can't remember, but we'll stick it on there. Apparently the club is currently spending 1.1 million on wages per week. This is a massive upgrade, £300,000 worth of upgrade, and the transfer budget raises a very tiny bit. I guess we'll accept it, but I guess now they expect me to challenge for a title. Danger. Technically not a signing, but I'm going to get Contreras on a new deal with only 20,000 increase on his per week contract. I'm giving him some bonuses, and I'm more than aware of that. But I do think this is shrewd, I have to say. Appearance fee's pretty high, clean sheet bonus is pretty high, but he is, in my opinion, he is the, hang on, do you want to say this off? Yes, I do. In my opinion, he is arguably the best right back in the world, and he's at Swindon. So I feel like I have to sign him. It seems obvious. He's only got 1 year left on his contract. I don't want that to run out. Or a year and a half left on his contract. I don't want that to run out. So I'll give him a new deal, £80,000 a week. It's a big deal, but it will time down to 2027. We're signing an ex-Tottenham player. Not currently at Tottenham, currently at Bournemouth, I think. Or at Sheffield Wednesday, sorry. It's currently at Sheffield Wednesday. Adam Smith is at Tottenham very, very early in his career. We're going to get him in. Experienced fullback. There's a few reasons why I've got him in. He's not exactly world class. Let me put that out there right now. Relatively athletic, good marking. Mentals are pretty good. 31 years of age. Can play right back and left back if needs be. He's not going to play a lot, but I've got FA Cup games coming up and things like that, and he'll definitely feature in those. And plus, it's nice to have a little bit of cover in that area, though. Not a world beater. English, homegrown, and will provide just a little bit of more solidity. And he's on £14,000 a week, so whatever. He's in. We've just beaten Rochdale. The score was only 3-1. That's a lot of shots and a lot of possession, though. So I'm feeling pretty smug. Interesting to see FC United Manchester player, top goal scorer in the FA Cup. I know a guy that used to like though. So I think I mentioned it before, but Kasanik is wanted by Manchester City. There is. They've come in 17 million. So I'm going to do a live negotiation. 54 million. This is how it's going to go. Forget all this. Don't worry about that. 22. Right, we're moving forward. Okay, we'll do 50 million. Like 50 million for a goalkeeper is ridiculous. So I'll bring it down by 4 million. I'm being reasonable. This is negotiation, people. This is how it's done. 24. Okay, 49. If we get to like 45 million, and however good he is, he can get. Okay, now that's not really that's 30 million though. 30 million all inclusive. It's not a holiday, Ben. So we're getting closer. Let's go for now. Let's 45. Non-negotiable. How's that sound? Negotiate the offer. Let's see what they come back with. Stay tuned. They withdrew. We're just playing against Sunderland, and we are dominating. This is the latest. It's 12 minutes gone, and Slammer has slammered one. So I thought I'd show you it. Not bad, is it? Our left back got a goal, and now our right back's got a goal. Contreras very rarely scores. I don't know how many goals he scored for Swindon, but I can't imagine it's very many. But there's one. The Swindon lot 4-0 beat Sunderland. Pretty pleased. Means we stay top. Manchester United won. So that, hot on the tail of the Swindon lot are Manchester United. But, we're still there. Things could get exciting. I'm excited. Are you excited? Sure you are. So I just got some news come through that Kasanik is injured. Only for a few days. Only for like half a week. But he is injured. And he's really good. I don't know if you've seen Kasanik's stats for a while. But 19 handling, 18 kicking, 17 one-on-one, 17 reflexes, 14 throwing, communication, command of area, aerial ability. All very good. And just even mentally, he's excellent. He's just a really, really good keeper. The fact he's 3-star is confusing to me. I think he'd be a little bit more than this. Anyway, he's out. So that means Wesley Fotheringham is stepping up, the big man on campus. We're playing against Liverpool next as well. So the biggest of games. I'm not even going to put another keeper on the bench. This is what you call gambling. 10 minutes in, and a £100 million man, Raheem Sterling, has scored. Could be a long afternoon. We have just scored an absolute screamer. Check it out. We're back in the game. It's 3-1, people. It's a Mangala own goal, but it's whatever. We're in. Well, I guess we'll say the dream's gone. We'll say it's gone. Let's shut up shop. Stay in overload. Forget it. 5-1. The less said about this, the better. New signing for Swindon. Who is it? Is it me? It's me! Hello everyone. Swindon have proposed new contract talks. Sure. I like being respected by a club. They can see the hard work I've done and they think, what, we'll give him a new contract. This is in no way a dig. That for anyone that follows my stream save, after 16 to 17 years at Great Yarmouth, new owners came in and sacked me. Swindon, thank you very much. I appreciate this. That is a piss poor wage. I'm a sucker for a new contract though, because I know that you respect me, and that's what's most important. Swindon for life. So we are 5-3 up against Arsenal. That's the fifth. The script has gone out the window as far as I'm concerned. We might as well wait now until the end just to see if we can wrap this up. It's 5-3, people. We are 4-1 up, so I'm a bit annoyed. But 5-3 is no disgrace. You can see City beat Rotherham, as you can see there. But yeah. A good win. I didn't make a sub. I always do that. When games are a bit manic, I don't like to make changes. So I've just let my first team do it. But yeah, Pixies banging them in. We've had 30 shots again. Something about this formation and this team. We create a lot. I like it. It's going well. A little bit of news. Sami Khedira is off. 35-year-old tireless midfielder, as he's quoted there. £350,000 going on a free. Off to Ruben Kazan. I wish him all the best. He served us okay. We got a decent season out of him last season. Didn't play in this year and he wanted to leave. So, and I'm fine with it. Sami, thank you for your service, but we'll be seeing you. If there was probably one player I didn't want to lose for the back end of this season, one of the most influential players, it was probably going to be Adrian, who's now out for 3 months with a slip disc. This ain't good. We're going to have to, the transfer window, we've got a week to go. We now need to sign someone of good quality. Otherwise, we are in a world of hurt. I imagine his average rating is probably pretty good. We need to get someone in. Oh, Mark. We've lost 6-3. It's 9-3. And 9-8 on aggregate. I'm broken. Goodbye. So then, we're getting to the end of the transfer window, and Real Madrid have made a very interesting bid for Wellington. Now, Wellington's an interesting player because I'm not sure what to do with him, is the long and short of it. He was key for us. First year in the Premier League, I think it was. He played a bit. I think it was the second year in the Premier League. We got him in, and he played very consistently for us in a defensive midfield anchor role. Last season didn't play so much. This season hasn't really played that much for me. Real Madrid have come in with a combined £20 million. I don't ever like doing it over time periods. If they offered 30, I think we would probably accept. 21, I feel like we can negotiate this up a little bit. I don't know. They've withdrawn. They may well be back. Interestingly, because of good timing this, because Adrian is injured, someone who's a similar kind of mould is this guy, Lars Fielder. I think if he comes in, you may recognise the fact we had him once before and didn't play him very much at all. This time, though, looks far more developed. So I think could be the key man for us. I've had him before, didn't play him a lot, but he's had a couple of years at Juventus. He's not played a great deal for them, but I do think, I don't know, I think our relationship with him has meant that he might do well for us. I'm just talking bollocks. And let's get him in. Right, transfer deadline day. We will take part. Why not? It's like Real Madrid have got 20 million to spend, and they're throwing it at me. They've now come in for Abrakov, who, now this is another interesting situation we've got ourselves. We got him for 5 million from PSG quite a long time ago. He's been pivotal to how we play this season. But the reason this is so interesting is because we've got a man called Perez Goroy who is pretty bloody good. And he's not a replacement, but I mean, he's a really top player. With him and Manamana, we look like we could be okay. Obviously, Manamana's out for a while, and that swayed my decision a little bit. We've obviously got Vallejo, who's still here as well. You can play this season. Again, we're going to have to negotiate. Blimey, this episode is probably on a lot longer than I anticipated because of this sort of late bit of negotiation from a few teams. 35 million. Again, they're withdrawn, so maybe they've only got 20 million and they keep trying to throw it at me. Anyway, we'll leave it there. And there we have it. The end of the transfer window. It's passed. We've done a little bit in there. Last fielder now needs to be registered, so he's good to go. Not any major developments. A few little bits and pieces here and there, but you know what? I'll use this. Slammer has got, we saw him score a good goal in this episode. Has got Player of the Year, Young Player of the Month. Player of the Month, Young Player of the Month. So congratulations to him. We weren't even in the top 3 for managers, though we have won that award twice already. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode and the end of the January transfer window. Sadly, we didn't make it into the Capital One Cup. Also, we beat... Do you know, I've totally forgot. I didn't even do it. Okay, well, we beat Manchester City 2-1. How did that happen? I'll tell you what happened, because, and it's Golden FM's fault, he did a tournament thing on Twitch and I took part and completely bypassed this game and got confused. So sorry, yeah, we did beat Manchester City. It was not comfortable and not easy, but it happened. So let's look at the league table. Let's look at the league table. Let's have a look. So we're on 40, okay, don't do the accent, man. 49 points with the game in hand against Chelsea and Manchester United, who remain unbeaten at the top of the table. We've lost 3. Our next little run of fixtures isn't that easy either. Manchester United, Tottenham, Everton. I think the next time we come back is when something major happens. So it may well be towards the back end of the season. But I will let you know nearer the time. So yes, from me, Dr. Benji, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, it's been a bit different, then do leave a like if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, and with love, with care, stay humble, stay handsome. Goodbye.